Hello and welcome. My name is Erik and I'll be your guide for this meditation. Thank you so much for showing up. I normally record these meditations for the Letting Go community, but this one in particular will be posted everywhere, including the community. I will post it on YouTube and Facebook and wherever it fits. So this will be an open public one. If you want more of these meditations, feel free to go to www.surrender.now and you can join the community through that website, and you can take a look at the library of recorded meditations if you want access to more. You don't really need prior experience to join this meditation. You don't need to know Vipassana meditation. You don't need to know any kind of meditation. You don't need to have any experience with my meditations. You can just join in and follow the guidance and you'll be fine. The only thing you need for this meditation is the willingness to be present with us. Somewhat of a comfortable seating or position, and some kind of space where you won't be disturbed for the next 20 to 30 minutes. And that's about it. Yeah, so what else? In the community, I've also created a separate video, and I'll also publish a course in there at some point where I'll be diving into what we're actually doing here in these meditations, how they affect us in everyday life, and why we're doing these meditations. So if you want to dive into that, you can find that in the Letting Go community as well. You can find the community by going to surrender.now, the webpage, and sign up. It's free. I think that's everything I wanted to say. So let's just dive into the meditation. Make sure you have that seat and spend the next few moments to just check in with your body. Make sure you're comfortable in your seating, at least to some degree. And when you're ready, you may gently close your eyes. And you may take a few deep breaths now at the beginning. And I want you to notice your breath. Just leave it be. Just leave it to its natural rhythm. And notice. Be curious. How is your breath in this moment? Without you trying to change it at all, by just noticing, can you figure out how your breath is doing? Are you breathing deeply or more shallow? Are you breathing fast? Or are you breathing slowly? Are you pulling in a lot of air or just a tiny bit? It doesn't really matter if your breath is shallow and fast or slow and deep. The point is to notice and leave it be as it is. Figure out where you can most easily connect with your breath, whether that be in your stomach, your chest, or in your nose. And keep on noticing the rhythm of your breath. And every time you get distracted by thoughts or images that pop out, I want you to approach these in the same manner. Just notice that in the middle of this meditation practice, thoughts or images popped up to distract you. And see if you can be totally okay with that. Or maybe you can even celebrate that now that you noticed, you can refocus on your breath again and come back to the practice. And if you notice that your mind is very active, I would like to invite you to put aside all thinkingness of the future and the past even if it's only for a couple of moments while we meditate. You can think as much as you want about worries of the future or planning of the future later for the rest of the day. You may put aside all worries of the past, all the memories. You can also spend the rest of the day thinking about that if you want to. Right now, however, I would like you to check in with your feet. And I want you to approach your feet in the same manner as we approached the breath and the thinkingness. Connect with whatever you are noticing in your feet. Maybe you're noticing warmth, and maybe your feet are a bit cold. Maybe your feet are sweaty, and maybe your feet are dry. Maybe your feet feels heavy and hard, or maybe your feet feel soft and light. And can you notice any pressure between your feet and the surface or anything else touching your feet? And can you notice any movements happening in your feet? Like a tingling sensation, or maybe pulsations. Or maybe you're noticing something in your feet that you have no idea how to describe with words. But you know for sure you're noticing something. There's some kind of physical sensation in your feet. And it doesn't really matter what you're noticing in your feet right now. And it doesn't matter if you can put words to it or not. What matters is that you stay connected with the physical sensations and, to the best of your ability, allow it to be there exactly as it shows itself. Whatever you're noticing in your feet, even if it's uncomfortable and painful, maybe, see if you can still just surrender to the physical sensation you have connected with. See if you can completely allow it to be there. And maybe you're noticing your feet are actually quite comfortable and maybe even pleasurable to feel into. In that case, see if you can allow that to be there as well. And also, if it disappears, see if you can completely let go of it. And now, I want us to do the same thing with our hands. Bring your curiosity and feel into whatever physical sensations you can notice in your hands without moving them. And see if you can allow whatever you notice here in your hands to be there exactly as it shows itself. See if you can surrender to this moment of how it feels like to have your hands. And every time you notice thoughts and thinkingness popping up, That's completely fine too. Just notice. Notice whatever thoughts pop up without diving into them, indulging in them, and making them multiply. Just notice them, observe them, be curious about them too. There's no need to try and push the thoughts away, try and change them or remove them. It will only make thinkingness worse. Just notice them, and you might experience that when you just notice thinkingness and thoughts, they just evaporate into thin air. And when they do, you can bring your awareness back to your body, to your hands. You can reconnect with whatever physical sensation that you noticed in your hands and continue working on allowing that to be there as it is. All right, now I want you to notice your face. Move your attention around in your face. Check out the various spots and see if you can notice any physical sensations in your face. Notice any proof that you do have a face without moving your face and without touching your face. And take a moment to check if you're holding on to a facial expression that you don't really need during a meditation. It's completely okay for you to relax your face right now. You don't need a mask. You don't need to perform. There is no one to please. It is just you and your face. And now I want you to check in with your shoulders. How's your shoulders doing right now? Are they stiff, hard, uncomfortable, or painful? And if so, can you just allow them to be that, even for just this moment? Or maybe your shoulders are soft, relaxed, and comfortable. And if so, can that also be allowed to just be as it is without clinging to it, without trying to get more of it, without trying to hold on to it? It's very common to get stiff shoulders when we take on responsibility that isn't really ours to take. So, if that is you, I would like to invite you to just let go of that. You are not responsible for anyone's feelings. You are not responsible for anyone's reactions or the words that they choose. You are only responsible for your own. And now I want you to feel into your stomach. How are your stomach doing, or your belly? Are you holding your belly in? Are you clenching it somewhat? If you are, see if you can let go of that, even if it's just for a couple of moments. And what else can you notice in your stomach? Be curious. Explore your stomach and your belly. And whatever you bump into of physical sensations in your belly, I want you to try and allow it to be there, just as we always do. Or try to do, at least. It's completely fine if it's a bit hard to allow whatever physical sensations you notice, especially when you notice something very uncomfortable or something painful, or maybe even something that looks like suffering or feels like suffering. It is very understandable that that might be a bit hard to completely allow and accept and invite in. That's okay. That's why we're practicing. All right. That's going to be it for this meditation. And I want you to slowly start and move your body a little bit by moving your fingers and hands, maybe even your toes and feet. I want you to slowly move a little bit more with your arms, maybe your shoulders, maybe your head. And you may start to stretch your body a bit. You can massage your face if you want to do that. And you may take a deep breath if you want to do that. And when you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes again. Thank you so much for joining this meditation. If you want to access the library of recorded meditations that I'm building, you can go to surrender.now and make yourself an account on that webpage, and you'll get access to the little letting go community that we're building together. A little space of practicing together. Thanks again. And you're very welcome to join the community and to join me and us in the next meditation. For now, I wish you a beautiful day. Goodbye. See you soon.